breathe. And I'm just chilling today. So it's a beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day. The clouds are majestic. I'm growing taller. I'm so tall. The window pane that's pretty much like almost floor to ceiling, almost, is casting a shadow beneath my neck. So from my head down to here, or it's casting a shadow from my neck up. I mean, so whenever I do this, you can actually see the sun on my face, and my eyes are shining, and everything else. So I could just be on my knees the entire time. Hi, will you marry? But instead, I'm up here, and there's a shadow on my face. But whatever, man. Maybe my teeth and my eyes.
Maybe you can step forward
I
then.
stepped forward. Like I'm just taller than the frame. I'm taller than where the
Okay.
sun. That's how tall I am. So I'm just like, I could maybe like stand all the way back and do it like that. I don't have to do this much, but whatever. I'm just playing around, guys. How's it going? I love you. It's a cool, chill day. It's a great day. Life is good. I'm be moving some, so I'm wearing underwear today, so nothing like falls out, Because since I've been on the guide, it has gotten bigger. And because it's gotten bigger, I'm actually less active with the smaller lovers that I have than the taller lovers and stuff like that, because it's grown so much. So life is great. Life is good. Life is crazy and amazing. Like, how can a person ever be bored, man? Life is so blessed, so wonderful, so exuberant and exciting. So I'm here to share some of my energy with you guys. I've been visiting people in their dreams, and I have a lot of testimonies from that. I just posted that video on my Facebook like page, so you can see what I do with my energy. People are like, dude, okay, what do you do all day? Because like I'm retired because I have another duty or fulfillment. I'm not retired just to like lounge around all day and do nothing. I am retired from this position to do this position full time, which is what I post on my Facebook like page. So if you want to go see it, go check it out. Next, whatever is your favorite part of all this, it doesn't have to be your favorite. It could be like multiple. Just put a timestamp there and say, hey, look on YouTube, this is my favorite part. How dare you start hammering the moment we go live? I swear to God, dude, this is crazy. This is so cool. That's why I feel like the energy is like, I'm not bothered by it anymore. I used to be bothered by it. But the moment we went live, there's a big diesel truck coming up, like blah, 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 blah. This like moped over here started up, and this guy started hammering all at the same time. So what that shows to me is convergence.
You want all the way?
No, but there's no need to have like double pane.
Okay.
Like that. So cool. But yeah, so that to me is just like the confirmation of convergence. So the moment I say I'm going to do something, everything happens all at once. Like nothing was happening. That's why I went live. Like nothing was happening. But all right, cool. Go live 5-4. Boom. Diesel truck starts driving up. This moped starts. This guy starts hammering. Like so, I am the life. So the moment I choose to do something, like life responds to it. Anyway, long story short, if you like anything of this live, timestamp it. I like to see what you guys are interested in. I watch them, so it shows me like what you guys like. If you're on Facebook, share this, like it, give some hearts. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're almost at 6,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy because honestly never even thought that. Like 6,000 is a lot for me, like 600 is a lot for me, bro, because I've never been social media famous or anything like that, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even consider this fame. I think just people want to know what this life is, and they want to hear more about it. So like, hey dude, like I want to stay connected. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, share, Instagram, heart it and share if you can, or repost. I don't know what you can do on Instagram. I'll find out one day, but right now I don't really care. And then on YouTube, like and subscribe and turn notifications on so you never miss whenever I go live. And you can ask me questions, because usually I save the questions answering part for my Discord community, which I get to answer like deep stuff there because I'm like unfiltered, unadulterated. I just go for it, man. Like the things I say in there, well, they will change your life. Just one voice memo from there will change your life forever. You'll never be the same after meeting me, which is the saying of my lovers. Any lover I've ever had in my life, like once they've met me, they have never been the same. I am a catalyst, okay? I am the thing that initiates reaction. The moment you meet me, the moment you come in contact with my energy, you will never in your life be the same. Ever. You can't. You can meet a bunch of people and they can be great and all the other stuff, like, okay, yeah, they're a nice person. But when you meet me, or when you experience this energy, you will never be the same again. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, whoever, young or old, you can't meet me and say the same. I don't allow it. I don't allow it in myself. And my energy doesn't allow it in other people. Like you have to make a decision. Either you're going to go regress back and suppress yourself, or you're going to hear the higher calling and answer it. So it's a weighty energy to have, because it makes a lot of people offended at me because like I get them the F up. Like you can't say the same once you meet me. Like now that you know what I've said, are you going to continue poisoning yourself? And limiting yourself and suppressing yourself, or are you gonna like take the challenge, put out the effort, and like live that higher calling life? So I really flip a lot of people out. People get so overstimulated by me because not because of me, but because of what I initiate inside of them. So it's a very beautiful thing. I like it. If you guys have a question, drop it down below. My name's Mikey. I love you guys. And yeah, let's get into it. So Sasha, if you have any questions at all, you can comment them down below. The amazing, beautiful, lovely, short Sashi will be reading them out, and then I'll answer you guys' question. I love you so much. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Aloha. What else is there? Konnichiwa. Wenamyong. Ni hao. Hello. Hola. Bonjour. That's pretty much all I know. What's up? Cool.
So, 3M Pokemon said, I feel that, LOL, nothing like the morning time.
Yo, good day to you, my friend. Little morning wood. I had a morning wood the other day. It lasted 4 hours. And it couldn't. I was trying to take my check-in photo because every day the guy tells you to take your check-in photo, and I post it. You have to post. It's good if you post it or share it. I couldn't take my check-in photo and post it because it lasted for like 4 hours. It just didn't go down. I'm like, I have so much raging energy. You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Street Fighters, but if you are, Akuma has this move called Raging Demon. I feel like that's what was happening below my belt. You got the Raging Demon coming with its vascularity. I'm like, bro, I see you, I acknowledge you, I hear you, but not right now. I need to take this photo. So I got to move on with life. So yeah. All right, what else we got?
Awesome. So Sean said, can I don't know if I can say this out loud.
Here, I'll come read it. What's up?
Okay.
Where's Sean at? Where?
Right here.
Can I twist your You wish, bro.
Oh.
All right, what else?
And then
Oh,
you
yo.
comments that I think you're talking about everything shame and guilt people stuck from past. Mikey breathes. Please do comment.
Talking about shame and guilt from the past. I'm a man of effectiveness. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a dragon. I'm a 33-6. My name equals 33. Like I'm Capricorn in 5 ways. I'm Aries in three ways. I grew up alone and I had to make my life myself. I didn't have any parents to lead me and guide me. So I'm very much about making stuff happen, uh, reduce inefficiencies as much as possible, and go towards the most optimized way. Guilt and shame does nothing for me. Like it doesn't promote me. It doesn't make me succeed. It doesn't give me more life. It would make me age and deteriorate. So like I don't even think about that stuff. It's so useless. And my famous word I've been saying here a lot, stupid. It's so stupid. Like what good does it bring you to be guilt and shame? Instead, what it actually is, it's a mechanism to manipulate people. I am this guy, right? I have muscles and I look great and people like me and I have followers and all this other stuff. And I have all these people in my DMs or my comments trying to tell me what to do. And when I don't listen to them, they'll like guilt and shame me. Like, don't you love the people? Aren't you? Like, I look at their followers, no one's following them. I look at their numbers, there's nothing there to even look at. So I'm like, the energy you're in dictates and confirms the results you're getting. So you trying to give me the energy that you're in, I would have what you have. So I don't ever want that stuff. That's why I don't listen to people. Most people don't have a fraction of what I have. So like most people to me are like although I love people, I just don't care what they have to say. Like most people have nothing that could promote me, nothing that can make my life better. I have people in my DMs every day trying to tell me this, and I'm like, okay, you look old, you look aged, you don't seem happy. You don't seem like you understand what you're even saying. You don't have followers. Your house doesn't look nice. Like nothing about you, like, oh yeah, that stands out to me. Like I want that when I see these people. So like a lot of people just they want to talk because they feel insecure. So that's where the guilt and the shame comes from. Like there's this, it just doesn't do anything, man. I'm waiting for somebody to impress me. I am not impressed by the world. So I watch my own videos. I don't know if you ever see the TV on. I just watch, oh, like I have all my ribs, so I can't. But if I could, I'd suck my own. I'm just like I'm tired of this stuff. Like I was watching He-Man with Lay last night. Sasha was there too, But so she fell asleep, and I don't blame her, man. This movie had no pizzazz to it. It had no like purpose. There was no putting your foot down and establish like I'm going to. It was so just frivolous and weak. So we just stopped watching it like a third of the way through and like, all right. But it brought a realization to me. It's just like I'm a king on my path and destined and I am focused and I know where I'm going and I love my people. And the cool thing about that is even my everyone around me gets blessed. They get more beautiful, they get more healthy, they get wiser, they get smarter. And even the people in my outer layers, right? So like even my assistants who they're not here, but they, in a sense, work with me. Even they're getting blessed. So one of my assistants, like she's putting her clothes on. She's like, yo, for the first time, my clothes are baggy. Yo, I'm able to think so much more clearly. I'm not hungry anymore, and I'm losing weight, and I'm doing what Mikey says, and I'm eating more.
And her body parts are not falling asleep while sitting
Yeah,
down.
and she used to have this condition to where whenever she would sit for like 5 minutes, her ass would go to sleep or a leg or whatever would just fall, would become numb because she had, weak nerves. Now she's built up and her body's not falling asleep. Her body looks better. She's more wiser. It's like the Midas touch. Everything I touch, instead of turning to gold, it comes alive. I had the living touch because that's all I care about is life.
Ooh, I like that. The living
I have the
touch.
living touch. So I call it the living powder. The life guide. That's all I care about is life. I don't care about money or gold or I don't even care about, I don't even like necklaces and jewelry. So everything I touch comes to life. I have that living touch. So like I'm here to bless that's why I'm here. I'm here to bless. I'm not here to sell you anything. If you want to buy the guide, sure. You want to join the Discord, sure. Even if you do none of those things, it doesn't matter. I'm here to put my energy out so the world can come alive because it's dying before my eyes and I see my purpose and I'm just here. So yeah. If you have a question, drop it down below.
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
So 288 said, do your thoughts from yesterday create the reality of tomorrow?
The current thoughts that I set myself upon now is creating my now. There is no yesterday and there is no tomorrow. I'm perpetually stuck in now. And I can use the justification of the past to reestablish within myself to direct energy towards that fundamental belief. But the moment I change it, then the reality changes. So it's just a constant state of generating the now. And you look to the now as confirmation of what you're set upon. So that's how I see it. And that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So the only way that the past could influence the future is if you're unaware of it. But the moment you're aware of your past and you don't like it, you can reallocate it and reformat it, and then it creates a different now. And your future is just the now that you're expecting to perceive. But even in the future, you're not experiencing the future, you're experiencing the now. It's the most effective way. It's the highest way. I know. So either way, you can tell today's a chill day. I'm super chill. If you guys comment a lot, cool. If not, I'm just doing my job by showing up.
Heck yeah.
That
And your skin looks so freaking good. Like, what the heck?
my skin, my teeth, my abs, my body, my muscles, my
Woo!
energy. It's just like, I haven't eaten in like 48 days or something like that. I have a bunch of energy. I've gained weight. I posted a video on my Instagram story and my Snapchat, all Mikeybreathes, of me back in 2023. And then now 3 years later, and you can see the body progression. I eat less, a lot less. Back then I was fasting. Actually, I was fasting back then. And that's when I had the epiphany of what fasting is, and I stopped fasting completely. And
What was that epiphany?
the epiphany is you're trying instead of
Mm.
like truly seeing. And when I'm like, oh, I'm trying to do these things, I'm trying to get this result, even if it's decaying my body and I'm like deteriorating from it, I'm not aware of what's actually going on. So let me be aware. And when I'm aware, I'm not even hungry. So now I can go longer times without eating by not fasting because I have engaged awareness throughout the entire thing. There's actually a lady, I typed in Mikeybreathes on Instagram. She's like, because a lot of people there's a dude who made a video of me recently in comparison to Brian Johnson. God bless his body, his stomach, his soul, and everything else. But like, you know, I have nothing against the man. I don't think I'm better than the man. I think I congratulate the dude for even doing something. I know people are haters and they're cynical and like they want to see people fail because they're not doing anything with their own life. So I want to let you guys know I'm not against Brian Johnson. I don't think he's bad. I just focus on life. I don't focus on Brian Johnson. I don't. I don't focus. I'm not GAY, so I don't focus on another man. I focus on life. I want to live. But there was a video that was made with my body and my results compared to Brian Johnson, and yeah, it kind of sparked in me like, well, what other videos out there that are of me? So I went, and there was a lady who was talking about, yeah, Mikeybreathes, he looks 10 years younger than his age, all this other stuff, and it was cool. But she's like, but the fasting part and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, she's saying that because she doesn't understand. So I saw this video of this lady saying like, well, when you go to sleep and you wake up and you, because she's saying that the gist of it is, I say fasting is denial and restriction, and you're denying yourself food. That's what fasting is. That's why you go 3-day fast, which means 3 days you are not going to eat. But she's thinking the word, well, let me try to maneuver it by saying breakfast. So like breakfast is breaking your fast. So when you're sleeping, are you not breaking, are you resisting yourself? And I'm like, well, you're trying there. I'm not saying that the word breakfast is the determination of what you're doing, but that's what we call it here in English. But in, Nepalese, it's not called breakfast. It's called like rice. They say rice. Well, even if you don't eat rice, but they call lunch rice, and you don't eat rice, are you really lunching? So like those are the semantics of the words. But when a person does a fast, they are specifically going a specific time, a certain time frame, resisting food, saying I'm not going to, which is resistance. You can't say I'm not and it not be resistance. That's what resistance is. I'm not going to do that, which means I'm dedicated, I'm resisting, I'm pushing away, even if you're hungry. But then I looked at the lady, like, God bless her soul and everything else, but like, well, this lady making this video about me, hey, bless her, but I wouldn't want to trade positions with her, like health wise. Like I look at her and I look at me, I'm like, well, I mean, the results kind of tell for themselves. So like whatever I'm doing is working. So you can not believe what I'm saying, but your results are showing that you don't believe what I'm saying. While my results are showing that I believe what I'm saying, and homie don't look almost 40. So here we are. All right, next what we got. Bless y'all. Bless you, children.
So LOLYLZ said, Mikey, what do you think of Deal and Momo?
Deal and Momo?
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know what that is, man.
not sure.
I don't know, man.
So
What are you asking?
Uniquely Marissa said, living on the ether, my guy. Me too. Focused on living. Living only happens in the present moment. Nothing is real. Strawberry Fields. Your energy has been so helpful, all three of you.
Marissa with an R?
Marissa.
Yo, Marissa, what's up? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Cheers to you. Yeah, living on everything. I'm living on the ether and the ethos and this. I'm living on everything. I eat food and I drink and I sleep and I breathe. Like I'm partying in the fullness of reality, and I'm not living on one spectrum. I'm living in all of it. So yeah. Plus, no strawberries in the guide, so like no strawberries. Definitely eat. Do not fast.
288 asked, if the now is the only thing creating your reality, can't you ruin everything you build for yourself in your mind in just one moment?
Well, thank God that there. Who's this from? The 288?
288, yeah.
Okay, cool. 28 is 28, so it's 28-8, right?
Oh,
Sasha likes that numerology, right?
yes.
So you got the 28-8, baby. Sometimes I look at my skin and it looks like a horse. Like have you ever seen a shiny horse pelt?
Yeah.
And the veins, I look at my skin, it looks like a light horse. Like it looks like a horse. Like it looks like if you just take the human, like my head out of it and just see my body, it's like it looks like shiny horse skin. It's really cool. And fur.
I could kind of see that.
I see it all the time. I'm like in my head, I'm like, bro, I look like a freaking horse. But there's some safety mechanisms that's built within your psyche and your subconscious to where it takes a long time, or there's a great distance between whatever you think and what you actually believe and act upon. I can tell you that you can fly, but if you go to the ledge, you're not going to just jump off, because no matter how much you say it or what anybody says, deep down you believe it. So if you don't believe that you can fly, you believe that you're going to fall, then guess what? Your safety mechanisms already protect you. So even if you told yourself this, you're not going to fall for it. So it's not about just believing something. I'm never up here in believing. That's why I don't believe in positive thoughts. I'll share that with you guys. I'm not about positive thoughts. I'm not about mindset in that type of way. I'm about knowing yourself. I'm not about mindset. I'm not about having a positive mindset in the sense. I am more so like at least believe, have faith, and like, be on your team and like at least at least have some faith that things can be better. But I'm not like positive mindset, winner mentality. Like I'm more so about like understanding your own consciousness and applying your consciousness on purpose, not just having a mindset, but like purpose direction with your consciousness. And to even truly affect reality, like to change the effect that you're currently having takes way more effort and application than just simply thinking a thought. Sometimes it comes up and things manifest simply by a thought, but there usually is a fundamental belief already that coincides with that thought, which is why it manifests so easy. So yeah, you're not going to just because you probably think crappy thoughts all the time and they don't happen. So why isn't that happening right now in your reality? Well, because you can think something, but it doesn't mean that you believe something. It's like a fundamental thing inside of you. So I show you in the Discord how to go deep within your belief system or like the fundamentals of who you are in a very relaxed ability, so you trust yourself, so you're able to see what's actually going on, so you can now attest to what's happening in reality and how it's directly correlate with you. That's why I share in the Discord. So the guide's more about like the step-by-step process of being able to get the energy, while the Discord's all like, okay, now that you have the energy, here's how you become introspective. Very powerful.
So Marissa said, "Love you, my dude." Ha ha ha. Yeah, I do not do strawberries.
Okay, cool.
And
Love you.
then
I've
Sebastian.
never done a strawberry too because they're so small and I'm so big, but I guess I could try some fruit next time. I see it, man. I go on X and I'm like, man, I've seen some crazy stuff on X, dude. I've seen some, man. Lay and I saw something last night. I'm like, are you like, what? What am I even looking? I had to like, is this even a thing? It was so crazy. I'm like, people do this to themselves. It was wild, man. You guys get wild in there. People like, you got an X? You got an X? You got a private telegram? I'm like, dude, shut up, you perv. Like, get out of here, man. You just listen to the message. How about you acknowledge with the message first before you start getting all pervy and stuff? The one thing I'm happy about, and I've had my fair share of like being spicy and like fun stuff like that, But the one thing I'm excited about is like none of my ladies have to be hoe F girls. And I love that so much. I don't have to sell their bodies. Nothing against it if you do it, but like it's a personal thing for me that none of the women here have to sell their body on the internet and get a bunch of guys to like lust. And I'm like, man, that makes me feel so good to know they're taken care of. All life is great. No one has to show their butt. So all the cheeks you see whenever Lay stands up, that's on her own personal accord. She chooses to wear that on her own. There's no link. There's no spice link. There's no trap or anything like that. And God bless it, I feel great sleeping at night knowing that. That's what that helps make me feel like a man. Is none of my girls have to sell their body, and like I love in a day and age where everyone's like a hoe F and stuff like that. My women never had an account. They never had to. I'm like, yes, yes. So yeah, that's how I know I'm doing good, at least for myself. I don't care what they're doing, but to myself, I know I'm doing well. When no one in my household has to sell their body. I don't mind selling my own body, like for different reasons. Like besides, like I don't need the money. There's other reasons you could do it, but there's also higher ways. So even if you do that, like that's not the highest either. So yeah. But the ladies, private, loving, they don't have to sell themselves. They don't have to go. They don't have to work, man. That's the cool thing about when the women come and live with me, because it's this energy, and this energy provides for everybody. So the same energy that like takes care of me, like it now puts them under that umbrella, and they don't have to do anything either. So Lay was getting her master's for computer science. So Lay is a computer scientist who graduated, got her bachelor's, had a job, was already working in the industry as a computer scientist, like an engineer for like years. And then she was taking her master's to get a computer science degree in her master's. And she had one more class to take while simultaneously studying for MCAT to become a doctor. So she's like very like educated and like, very smart, right?
And she was volunteering as a scribe.
And then she's also working at a hospital. So she's volunteering and stuff like that and everything else for like becoming on her way to become a doctor. And then she met me and she's like, none of this stuff compares to this man. I'm leaving everything for this man. Like this man is more valuable than She had one class. She was one class away from getting her master's in computer science. She left her scribing. She left her job, her six-figure job. She left everything. High six figures too, not start base six figures like she's high in her company to come be with me. Like she left it all because she's like, I see more value in this man than anything this thing can offer me. And now the same energy takes care of her and Sash and whoever's here during the time. And I think it's like one of the biggest benefits. No one has to sell their body. Again, I don't mind selling my body for other reasons, not for the money, but like there's a specific thing, but no one here has to. I'm not saying it's bad if you do. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying it's a personal thing inside of myself that I feel good within myself knowing that they don't have to do that. That's all I gotta say. You can keep the money, man. Like these girls, some of these girls make top dollar, but I don't even care, bro. Like I'd rather have top love than just money. The worship of money is like destroying the world and relationships because people worship money. They made it their god. Like it's a piece. It's nothing. Like you. It's like people sold their soul for an empty box. Like you gave your life up for money. Like what? It's empty, right? You could just create it out of nothing, right? Like so it's very funny. Anyway, I wanted to break the spell of the illusion. No, money's powerful. Go ahead.
So Sebastian Maddox said, as a father of two, my youngest came when I was 42. Would you like to be a father in the future? If so, when?
Hey, Sebastian, what's up, man? Congratulations to you and your children. Your children.
He also asked, have you ever been to Norway?
Nah, I haven't been to Norway, man. But as for me, I'm good. No kids. I have a purpose, I have a mission, I'm here to do it. And that's why I'm staying like eternally young, forever youthful, is because I'm fulfilling my purpose on being on earth and here. And as long as I do that, technically, like this stuff doesn't phase me. But if I ever get out of it, which I can, it's pretty easy to get out of it, out of alignment and stuff like that, then I start deteriorating, getting older, stuff like that. So as long as I'm focused on my mission, I'm in the bandwidth, I'm in the stream of, and like all my effects show. I actually aged the other month. So if you see a video of me from what, late May, sometime in July, I actually aged pretty hard. Like on the what's Alex's podcast?
Light leaders.
Yeah, light leaders. I aged hard because I was going through so much psychic pressure at that time. I was growing and expanding. I had so much energy going through my body. Also Zach Deans. You know Zach's podcast name? I've been Breakthrough. Okay, I've been on so many podcasts the past like in the past 30 days or 45 days. I've been on so many podcasts, man. It's cool. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But especially those two, you can really see the aging on my face and the tiredness because I'm going through so much psychic stress because I'm learning how to like balance all this energy that I'm getting. This is being dumped into my brain. I'm like, how do I sustain this and like not die in the process? But then this the towards the end of June and stuff like that, I kind of got it down, and now I'm like working with it. And now my face, I get all my youth back. I look young again, and all the stress has gone away and everything else. Life has been perfect since then. So either way, I love you guys. If you're on YouTube, follow, like, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, make sure to share this. If you're on Instagram, repost this. And yeah, I love you guys. All right, next question.
So Zach on YG.
Is it Zach Dean? Yo, what up, Zach? We just talked about you.
No, Zach Marley asked, what supplements do you stack?
Oh yeah, so you're coming from a position in the mind frame of a world that has manipulated you. So like they have their own terminology, their own like nomenclatures and stuff like that. So you can tell a person by the phonics they dictate and the syntax. What supplements do you stack? That is a machine world of an industry that has stolen the mind of many men and turned them into zombies. I don't take any supplements. I haven't worked out in 6.5 years, going on 7 years. I don't work out. I don't do body weights. I don't take any supplements or anything like that. There's a higher way, and I don't endeavor in that stuff. There's higher ways, and I completely give myself over to those higher ways. So yeah.
So LOLY.
You got to watch out that you're not manipulated. Like when you speak their words, they got your mind. Trust the science. Will you stack? What's your max, bro? Like when you speak their words, they have your mind, even when they're not in proximity to you. So you gotta watch out. Stay free, bro. All right, cool. What's up?
LOLYIZ said that the dal and momo is a Nepali cuisine, like dumplings and lentils.
I mean, I don't eat. I haven't eaten how many days, Lay? Like 48, I'm guessing. 48, yeah, 40. I haven't eaten in 48 days. And whenever I did eat, before that, I haven't eaten in 303 days. So there was one time, and there was a very specific meal that I was called to eat to go into the next phase and have the energy to be able to do all the stuff. And I ate that. It was a bunch of raw meat. I just ate pounds and pounds and pounds of raw meat. It's here posted on my YouTube, so you can go check it out. 303 days. My meal after 303 days.
And AKWA asked, "Are you sleep and food depriving?"
Um, that's a
That's a
interesting question.
word.
Yeah, 100%. Like your words are telling me the perspective you're coming from. There's no deprivation at all in what I'm doing. I'm not trying to deprive myself at all. I'm doing the opposite. I'm giving myself everything so much that I'm full. And as I'm full, I live in abundance. So like I never deprive myself or resist. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm sleepy, I sleep. If I got to poop, I poop. If I got to pee, I pee. Excuse me. If I got to burp, I burp. I'm like, oh, I'm on camera. Let me not. Whatever my body says to do, I just do it. So there's no deprivation, there's no like resisting, there's no fasting or anything like that. So that's why I have these great results. That's why my results look way better than people who do fast or juice or on diets or work out. Like I don't work out and I look like this, you know. I don't fast and like but I go like so long without eating and I have bigger muscle, you know, all the stuff. Like everything I have is a testament to what I do. So I definitely don't deprive myself in any way. If I'm hungry or sleepy, I just do it. Cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. We'll drop them down below. Today's a super, super chill day. I'm not putting out much energy. It's a Saturday. Doesn't really matter what day it is, but like I'm just kind of chilling with it, going with it, flowing with it. There's a little bit of moving I probably need to do, so I'll do that. But yeah, let me know if my mic clips at all during this live. Did you check the mic, Slash?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good? So no more clipping?
Yep.
Amen,
Like a
guys.
safari.
Safari, I love you so much, but man, what are you gonna do that for?
Which Mihal's here saying hello.
What is up, my brother? I will be in the Discord today answering questions.
And then Deep or Dre Dress Steffi
What's
said
that?
greetings from Germany.
Despacito. 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 What's up, man? Deutschland. I have a lot of German like supporters, man. Like it's like a lot of my people from like Germany or like Austria or Hungary. So I got a lot of people like over in that area. So thank you guys for all the support, all the love. Thank you for all the good energy. I love all of you. And we're going to higher levels. I'm here to live, man. Like I'm not here to I'm not here to be caught up in human stuff. I'm here to live in the highest way, and like that's what I'm embracing. Oh,
So Vanya said, I love your self-love. I read once a Louise Hayes book about self-love healing cancer. And in that summer, I turned so beautiful, but I still have a lot of lack of self-love, and the guide is gold.
I love you so much. Yeah, for sure. Vanya, first off, I love you. Second off, everything I'm about is about sustainability. So you hear a lot of people like, yeah, I did a fast one time and I did 30-day fast. It was 2018. Yeah, there was a summer I did self-love, but that was obviously like years ago or a year ago. Like it didn't stay. So you have all these people hop into trends and stuff like that, and they'll do it, but they'll always refer to when they did, which means they're currently not. Which means it doesn't matter if you did something in the past. If you're not doing it now, if it's not sustainable, there's no need to even do it, even if it's good for you. So the guide never has someone do something because it's good for them. It never has them do something because it's the healthy thing to do. It has people do stuff and approach it at a rate that's sustainable so they can live this way. The guide is not a program, it's not a course, it's not some sort of like get fit quick thing. It's a whole perspective on life, and then you just live life that way seemingly indefinitely at the rate of sustainability. So as you can go and live this way to where it's not taxing or exhausting against you, you can live this way sustainably, and then it becomes your lifestyle in a sense, and like that's just the life that you live. So now it's not like, oh yeah, I did something in the past back in 2018, 2020, 2021. It's like, why I've been doing this consistently since, and I've never stopped since then. And that's really what you're looking for. You rather have little things of sustainability than big great things that you did at one point in time. And that's why the world's so backwards, is because the world's trying to do everything big and now, and it has to be huge and like this big crazy thing. I'm gonna do this. This might help as well. Put some more light on me. Maybe I can bounce the light up from the mirror. There we go. My face looks a little bit more lit. But instead of doing these big, huge, monumental things like one time, like a 30-day water fast or like a 10-day dry fast, something crazy, just do the small things sustainably over the course of like, years. And then that's how I look like this. I don't do big stuff. You hear me doing like 303 days without eating, but it's like, that's because I consistently and sustainably have been doing all the small things that hold me together. So now when I do seemingly big things like 303 days without eating, it's not so big because it's just a drop on what I've been doing in comparison to all the small things that sustainably kept. And it makes life a lot easier. I'll never do anything big. Nothing big. I never do anything big. I'm not trying to do some big fast or big run or big thing or big workout. That's all manipulation and always works against the person.
So, Quantum Creator said, you often speak about living from presence rather than the mind. What are the earliest signs that tell you you've slipped back into the thinking mind, and how do you return?
This is Quantum.
Yes, Quantum Creator.
Quantum Creator. Hey, I love you so much. Uh, I appreciate that. I've actually never said that. That's not me. You're thinking of a different person. I don't talk about living from presence versus the mind. I actually say live in your mind and live from your mind in the present to engage with reality so you can be effective in it. So instead of just trying to live in the presence, which means nothing, like you could be present and still do nothing. I'm all about action, getting stuff done, understanding what's going on. Just do it, make it, be it, whatever needs to happen to make it happen. But presence with engagement, because you understand, and through understanding you can pull it and draw it in and connect to it, and then you have effectivity. And the effectiveness or the outcome of whatever you just did or applied shows you the efficiency of your interpretation and your consciousness in that moment. So you're using the present as a cell to measure your actions, to get a result, to see the efficiency of your thoughts and approach towards your environment, situation, and experience. So I don't say get out of the mind or not be in the mind. No, you got to be in your mind. You have to be in your mind. If you're not in your mind, then you don't know what's going on. You can get messy and trashy and like convoluted. So yeah, go in your mind and see what's going on. And, I'm not the person who says get out of your mind. No, get in your mind and organize it. Clean your space. Become familiar with it. Live in it. Live from it, and then and then map it out and know what it is. So yeah, I'm more so the opposite of that.
So, Dre Spots Stephanie said, that's what I'm working on right now, not even being able to get the life guide right now, just by watching your lives and hearing you speak while falling asleep. I feel something is changing in me.
Dre,
Yeah.
hey Dre, I love you so much. That's why I'm here. Like, even if you guys are too, I'm gonna call it out. If you're too poor to get the guide, just listen to my YouTube videos. If you don't have money to get the guide, and everyone has money, and everyone has a way. Like in this day and age, it doesn't matter. There are rich people in every single country, and it just really depends on how resourceful you are. But if you're not being resourceful, guess what? Then that's the experience that you're having, poverty or whatever. Just like I said with the last one with quantum, it's about you understanding what you're in, and that's how you get the effect to show your effectiveness on your interpretation of what you're experiencing. If it's the wrong interpretation, it's a pretty tough situation, but it's all good. You're getting feedback. So if you don't have the money, it's all good. I don't care. You only need the guide. Like, I'm not even telling you that you have to have the guide. It's a must have. Like, yeah, it's going to change your life forever. Yes, it's super powerful, but guess what? If you want to spend your money on like escorts and blow, like whatever, it doesn't matter. Like none of this stuff actually matters. This is what do you actually want? Go do that. But with that being stated, I have these YouTube videos so I can still give my energy to you. I have unlimited energy. I give it to the ladies. Look how beautiful Sasha is. Look how beautiful Lay is. Look how beautiful my environment. I have all this energy, and I'm opening myself up to share it with the world so it can bring you to life. So even if you don't get the guide, like you still watch these things, the energy is going to come inside of you and it's going to transform you. It's always the energy, man. That's why every girl loves me. Girls don't love me because I have muscles. Girls don't love me because I have wealth or success or I'm tall. Girls love me because they feel an energy from me that they've never felt from anybody else before, and they never will. And they're like, that's why I was saying with Lay, like she's dated guys, she's had boyfriends, and all this stuff. She's gone to go get her master's, was becoming a doctor, and she's had this job and this career, and she's like, I've never felt the energy or love that I feel from you in my entire life. So she's like, I want to spend my life with you. Same thing with Sasha, and same thing with a lot of these other girls. All these other girls get in their head and they screw up their own results, but nonetheless, I'm never forgotten. My DMs stay blown up. My DMs and my chats, stuff like that. So it's about energy. It's always an energy thing. It's always an energetic thing. It's like, okay, the energy itself and like finding it, occupying and living it. And that's what I'm doing here on this YouTube. So you guys can start living off the same energy that I get to the ladies. That's why Sasha stays so, like, people think that Sasha's a freaking 20-year-old. She's older than me. Sasha's 40. People think that she's half her age. They think that she's 20 years younger than what she actually is. People think Sasha is 20 years. Not 5 years, not 10 years. People think that Sasha's 20 years younger than what she actually is. And I think that Lay is like 11 years younger than what she actually is. That's because they're living off this energy, and that's why they look like that. You look like the energy you've been living off of. Crackheads look like crackheads because they've been living off of crack. Crackhead energy makes you look like a crackhead. This type of energy makes you look like that. So the energy that you've been feeding from, which supersedes health and vegetables and diets, like the pureness of the energy will make a person glow and radiate. That's why I look like this. Like we can all agree. You might have your opinions. I'm not saying like I'm the best looking guy in your preference or whatever, but like we can all agree like I have some looks to me. Well, it's because of the energy I choose to engage with moment after moment, day after day. So yeah, very awesome. So like you guys feed on this energy. That's why I have these videos for free. Like I put no ads in my videos, no monetization. Like watch them as much as you can and get all the energy you possibly can.
And also, the her name is Stephanie, by the way.
Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah.
I love you.
And she said, I used to struggle with fasting before, but now I just start to learn to do life and learn to love myself.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You didn't really struggle with fasting. What your actual struggle was that you hate yourself and you couldn't stand yourself. So you do the most extreme things to try to manipulate and change your body and yourself because you couldn't stand looking at yourself in the mirror. You didn't struggle. No one struggles with fasting. No one struggles with fasting. You struggle with one, your identity because you don't know yourself. And that's where insecurity even comes from. When you don't know yourself, you're insecure. How could you be confident in something you don't know? If you didn't study for the test, how could you truly be confident? Maybe you might tell yourself this, but most likely you're going to fail. So when you don't know yourself, you end up uh, generating this hole or this open space in you, and all space has to be filled. There's no such thing as a void. There's no such thing as a vacuum in reality. All space must be filled, always. So when you don't know yourself, you create that space and insecurity fills it and you operate from it. That's why people fast and work out. That's why I say it's stupid. That's why I vilify it. In a sense, I vilify it because no, no, that's good. I'm just looking at something else. So that's why I vilify it, because it's actually them hating themselves, and I don't want them to hate themselves anymore. So I said, look, fasting's stupid. And they're like, yeah, fasting is stupid. Guess what? When they start thinking that, these things that come up of insecurity, they disregard and they can start seeing themselves clear. And that's why I'm able to heal people. That's why I'm able to touch people and change their life, because the thing that they're doing out of insecurity, I destroy it. So then they don't have that anymore. And all they have to look at is themselves. When they see themselves, they can start loving themselves. And when they love themselves, they stop operating from that method and actions that was destroying them.
Sleep over here too.
Probably like lock the door. Hey, Lay, could you lock the door up here? Thank you. Rendezvous. This door there? No, this one up here. You can lock it. Yeah. So yeah, I bring people to life because I get them to see themselves for the first time and stop hurting themselves, because what you do out of insecurity is always destructive. That's why I say fasting stupid, working out stupid, dieting stupid, veganism stupid, uh, carnivore stupid, all that stuff is because they're doing that because they hate themselves. And this person here, Dre, is exposing herself. Thank you so much for being transparent. When she says like I had a problem with fasting or whatever it was, I was addicted to fat. What was it, like some sort of issue, right? No one has an issue with fasting. It's not real. It's all self-inflicted. So like there's no issue or mental state of like I have a thing with fasting or I'm addicted to fasting or whatever. It's that they hate themselves so much that they keep going back to these actions because they're so confused, they hit the gas and the brake at the same time. They're destroying themselves. But I take them out of that vicious cycle and bring them to life. Once people experience this energy that I shared, they never see life the same again. Every girl I've ever been with, every friend who's ever come over, at least even if their eyes will just cracked open just a little bit, they now see the light that like they at least know there's something more, and it opens people's eyes to that.
And Quantum Creator said, you've mentioned that you don't eat much. I'm curious, what do you typically drink throughout the day to stay motivated and energized?
Hey, Quantum, what is up? Love you. Um, so the fun thing is I actually eat a lot. So on my eating days, I eat a lot. I'm usually eating for hours and hours and hours. I eat a lot, and I eat like 160 different types of food usually. I just don't eat as frequently. So I do eat much. I do eat, but I just don't eat as often, as frequently. So in the time in between, sometimes I'll drink stuff for my mental cognition because I'm with the energy I have, I put it all towards my scope and my awareness. That's what I'm doing primarily with the energy of my life. I'm consciously understanding reality so I can interact with it on a higher degree of efficiency and sustainability. And in that time, I'll drink all kinds of stuff. And I've said this 1,000 times, but like, juices or milk, kombucha, tea, blood, coffee, broth. I'll drink coconut water. I'll drink juice, whatever, anything like that. So yes, it's not really that big a deal. No smoothies, no meal replacements, nothing man-made and stuff like that. But it's nothing that you should do because you don't even know what I'm actually doing or how I got here. So if you try to just do what I'm doing from like looking at me, you'd probably destroy yourself. So like don't do this. You need to eat every day. I'm not an advocate for fasting. I think it's very detrimental because if you want the results I have, don't fast. How I got these results was from not fasting or stop fasting. But if you want someone else's result, listen to them. They starve themselves, they look tired, they look exhausted, they don't look this good, their skin's not glowing, they're not as strong or whatever. So if you want them, do what they're doing. But if you want what I'm doing, you have to eat every single day. No exception. You get what I have by doing what I do. And what I did to get here was eat every single day for years. People demonize food. Oh yeah, yeah, food's of a lower dimension and it brings dumb. Food's not of a lower dimension, dummy. God brought you food and gave you a mouth so you can enjoy all the pleasures of life. You're just that person, whoever that is just so ignorant of what life actually is. The only thing they can conceive is, well, I need to starve myself. It's called delusionment.
And WDVD asked,
WD-40. What up?
Mikey, do you ever experience a state of non-duality?
What does that mean? If you can describe it, and that's what I'm feeling we're going to go into. WD. WD, Georgia, WD. Now I'm playing. Um, what does that mean? Because I'm really big on these words that we use to describe stuff because they can seem so mystical and magical that it manipulates us into trying to get some sort of experience because of FOMO, and that we feel like we're not doing enough because, oh, I'm not experiencing non-duality. So therefore, we feel like we're not even living life. And then we operate in insecurity all over again. We're trying to chase the high or whatever. When you really look at that word, it's like that doesn't even exist. It's not even real. It's just a conceptual term that man made to seem important. So like a lot of stuff like that is like it's not even real, and people like fall for it. So, what do you specifically mean by non-duality?
Which Marissa said agreed earlier to your
Love you, Marissa. You're amazing.
And then Nihal said if one listens all the YouTube videos, you will get 80% of the guide. I am a guarantor of this.
Yeah,
He even talked about phase one meditation in early videos.
that's what I'm talking about, bro. I love you, Neil. So, like, for the people who are like, why don't you give it for free? They don't even attempt, they don't even try, they don't even listen to the YouTube videos. So like Nihal saying, like, bro, he's giving it to you for he's telling you right here. So if anybody ever says they complain, broke your mindset. I'm literally giving it to you for they don't even why would I give it to you for free if the person's not even willing to watch a video? I don't want to work for it. Give it to me for free because even if when I got it for free, I wouldn't even do it anyway. But anyway, man, I just want to complain. So just ignore them. Throw them out in the trash. Hey, Lele, will you give me some juices, please?
It's time.
It is time for some juices. What time is it, Sash?
It is 2:57.
2:50, almost 3 o'clock. Let's get.
Heck yes.
I haven't been drinking juices for the past couple days, and I can just kind of see it in my cognition a little bit. Like it's cool and my body's sustained, but like, man, everything's so interesting. I have a student from my Discord flying out to come hang out with us for the week in a couple days, and she's excited to drink blood. She's like, "Hey, one thing is just like save some blood for me. I want to try blood." So that's pretty cool. A lot of people who come out from the Discord community end up drinking blood with me, and you find out it's actually really tasty. It's like, oh, this is cool, and they're like, I could drink this, not as a drink or like hydration, but like you could drink it like, hey, this is actually pretty legit. Yeah.
So AKWA said, are you familiar with the term samadhi?
No, not really. Samarti?
Samadhi.
Samarti? No, I'm not, bro. Is it like Sanskrit or something like that? Like, I don't know.
Which WD came back and said, I see non-duality as a state where the self completely disappears.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. How could self see self disappear if there's still self while they're witnessing the disappearing? It contradicts itself. It's not a real thing. It's a spiritual, mystical hoopla in people's head to make them feel special. You can never disappear and witness your own disappearing. So anybody claiming to live non-duality would be brain dead. So like the most non-duality person would be the person in the hospital hooked up to life support because they are not experiencing self. Thank you so much, pretty girl. I appreciate you. I love you too. So yeah, it's not non-duality. It's just a spiritual hoopla, just to make people feel special. You know. Trying to open it?
Yeah, because I want to throw this core out there, but it's cool. Next, 288 asks,
Open this one.
how can you stop believing in things you don't want to believe in anymore? Okay.
Well, before you force yourself to stop anything, you have to start knowing yourself. So if you are believing things that you don't want to believe, that's just your evidence or your sign that you don't even know yourself. Because you don't even know why you believe that. You don't know how to stop believing that. You don't even know why you started believing that to begin with. So all of it's really saying is like, hey, you don't know yourself. You need to spend more time with yourself. And once you spend more time with yourself, you'll know yourself. And usually once you just know yourself, that stuff will dissolve anyway. Like it'll like resolve, it'll get out of your life, and then you won't have to deal with it. It's really just a placeholder to be like, hey, you're not spending enough time with yourself. Like, let's start doing this, the right way. So yeah.
WD said, thanks, Mikey.
I love you so much. W. D.
WDV duplex.
Or D. But that's why I'm saying, like, when you really, that's why I was like patient to like, tell me what you mean by this. Because when we really start discussing these words and look at them, they contradict themselves. When a person says non-duality, it's like, well, when the self dissolves and becomes nothing, well, if the self ever became nothing, then it would be no thing and it wouldn't exist. And you couldn't even tell if you were in non-duality because there wouldn't be a self to witness it. You can only experience reality because you are the witness. You're the one witnessing it. You're the observer, right? So they say like reality, the observer effect, you are the observer of the universe and all this other stuff, which means there could never be non-duality. There has to be contrast. For something not to be able to observe itself, it wouldn't be dimensional at all. It'd be no dimension, not even one dimension, just no dimension. Because like to have a dimension means there is some sort of measurable anything, height, width, depth, temperature, color, shade, brightness, dark. Like dimensionality is the spectrum at which things go from one side to another. So when you really break a lot of these things down, you find out they're just fancy words that people made to feel special. But when we see that for what it is, we can take our energy back and not even like dabble in that stuff, keep it to ourselves, and we end up growing because we have more energy because we're not operating in empty concepts. It makes us way more effective. That's why I'm so effective in life and in relationships with girls, with success in my body, because I only give my attention to non-conceptual things, things that are applicable. It's not a concept. This is applicable and I can do it. It's not a theory. I don't operate in theories. I do not operate in theories. I do not operate in concepts. I operate in higher ways, like I appear in people's dreams and in visions because of the energy I'm putting out. But way before I did that, I confirmed that this even has an effect because I can measure it. I measure the dimension. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Sounds good. Meanwhile, I can
Boobies! Booby here.
and Quantum said that for people who are not on Instagram, Quantum said, I find that time in nature and breath work gives me a lot of energy. Yes, that is so freaking true. Yes, yes, yes. Because your body does run off a lot of oxygen. So for sure, like breathing is super essential. And then being in nature. I've actually heard someone's story where like he was in stage 4 cancer and like he thought he was gonna die. And like he just went into the forest and he stayed in the forest. And like because he was like, well, I'll just do whatever I want to do now that, it's almost the end. So he just went to nature and he sat in the forest and spent time in the forest. And then he came back and was completely no more.
What?
About the guy who had cancer and then went to the forest days.
Oh, yeah. He went to the, wasn't so much the forest, it was just like the nature preserve. I think it was in Arizona.
Mm.
So it's like desert like. But yeah, I mean, cancer is only the sign that you're not living true life. So you're living with artificial lights, artificial smells, artificial foods, artificial clothes. Those things are here to imitate life, but they're not life. So they don't give you life whenever you integrate with them or engage with them. So the moment you disengage with them and integrate back with life and nature, things that are living, cellular regeneration, the cancer goes away because the cancer is just the result when you're not living life. That's what it's the buildup of toxins and poisons and everything else in you. The cancer actually grabs on to those poisons so that way it doesn't make its way to your heart and like end your life right there. Cancer is actually a safety mechanism.
So Quantum Creator said, I've experienced going for over a week on just watermelon, lime juice, and coconut water, and I felt incredible. Do you think that as we become more connected to our bodies, our need for food can naturally decrease?
I don't intake food because I need it. I intake food to expand me to a greater efficiency. I'm not trying like it's silly just to intake watermelon, lime, and lemon. I'm missing on all the other beneficial compounds all around the world that create different psychoactive effect or neurological effects that expands my mind to see and all this other stuff. So people are already trying to be weak and limited. I'm the opposite. I'm not the limited. I'm the expanse. I'm the ultimate. So I never try to go off of one thing. Like you, how many things have you seen me drink so far? Just in this live, I've drunk this and that and this and that and that and this and this. But people are like, no, well, if I just do this one thing, because they're limited in their mind. I'm the opposite. I want everything. Give me everything. Because there's different benefits to each thing, even different types of watermelon.
That's true.
So for we think different. A person's like, I want to stop needing food. They're already losing because they're coming from that position. But when I open my eyes, I'm like, what can I intake to expand me to a greater degree of efficiency and sustainability so I can go longer bouts of being in the flow state of the expansive state and everything else? I never even think, how do I live without that? I don't think like a loser. I think like, how do I go to the next level? Like, how do I expand? What can I intake? What can I do? Or, in that type of way.
And then
So, yeah. So I would say that the only way to stay in this realm, this physical realm, is to take in physical substances. If at any point in time, thank y'all.
Oh,
Thank you.
do they want their payment now?
Yeah.
9:10? Okay, cool.
So,
Thanks, Lay. Thank you.
so the only way to stay in this physical world is to intake this physical world. If you stop and take this physical world, you will cease to exist in this physical world. So a lot of insecure people are like, I need to fast, I need to just become a breatharian or whatever. It's like the way to stay here in this physical realm is to consume this physical realm. So for those people, they're just silly people. That's why they don't have these results. Like nothing against them, but my results are better than theirs. You know, it's not even pride. Like you compare the two, it's like I look better, my skin's better, shinier, and everything else. So yeah, my eyes have changed colors. They're now blue. My muscles have gotten bigger, even though I eat less often. I eat once a year, and my muscles have gotten bigger than when I was eating, you know, once every 6 days. So it's just crazy. It's a cool life. The results are telling you the effectiveness of your approach. But most people, they want to try to justify their approach. They want to justify veganism. They want to justify breatharianism because that's the insecurity of them. But that's not how you should live. You shouldn't live to try to justify the practice or the discipline. You should live in such a way to where you're getting feedback from your effects and you're modulating your effects, and then your effects are determining your actions that you should do. So it's not about feeling good, but with watermelon and lime juice, yeah, you could feel good probably because your brain's deteriorating and it's eating yourself. Like, yeah, dumb people feel good. Smarter people with bigger brains usually don't feel as good because they have more complex thoughts. You know, so a person could feel good just because they're stupider. That's another reason a person could feel good. But you're not here to feel good. You're here to expand and grow. So what compounds can I consume of this natural earth? They're going to help me expand on a consistent basis towards not a one-time event, but a consistency of day by day. That's why I don't, condone psychedelics and stuff like that. I'm like, that's like a one-time event. You want what's going to keep me in state right now, this moment, every day, day by day.
Akash said, big fan, bro.
I love you, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate you.
And Ever Bourgeoisie said, I think
Forever bougie. Forever bougie says,
I think non-duality is more about consciousness existing beyond physical form.
that's nice, but what's the duality part of it? That would be more so, instead of non-duality, that would be more like celestial apparitions. So like a ghost. So a ghost would be non-duality if in your definition. So you're trying to be a ghost. You could be a soul, a person who passed, but their soul didn't go to the next realm. So that would just be an apparition or some sort of energetic body that doesn't have a physical, tangible body, but there's still duality. There's still light and dark and hot and cold. Maybe not hot and cold because of skin, but like, different frequencies and spectrums of it. So a lot of these things, when you really break it down, like, yeah, it's a fancy way to say something, but when you look at it, it doesn't make sense for what's being said. And a lot of these things are self-defeating. I'm with you. Like, I'm with non-duality. Let's just give a definition of like, what's the, actuality of it.
And then Vanya said, when are you coming to Europe? I would love to visit you guys.
Well, I mean, if I was coming to Europe, I would probably be visiting you because I'm in Europe. So if you really want to come visit me, do like the person's doing. She's going to be here Monday. She's coming from Europe. So yeah, if you want to visit me, I'm here. Not sure when we'll be in Europe. Probably in a couple of years or so. China's my last country in Asia. So I've been in Asia since 2023, November 2023. Or technically like the end of October. First full month was November. And yeah, I spent Halloween in Japan. That was pretty crazy. That was really cool, actually.
And then Quantum Creative.
Halloween night's when I met Annie. So yeah, that was
cool.
I went to Sapporo to go meet Annie. We hung out, and so beautiful, so cool. I feel honored, man. Like usually whenever girls see me, they think I'm like 25. So like when they're like 21 or 22, they're like, yeah, I can totally chill this guy. He's like 25. But then they find out like, oh, you're almost 40. Like, but you're still cool. Let's go.
So quantum creator said, quiet often when we are hungry, we are actually thirsty. I was a nutritionist for over a decade and moved to holistic approaches after studying our mind and stress management. All starts in the mind, and when mind is in love state and you love and accept yourself, you naturally make loving choices and you're more intuitive.
Well, then if a person, if that was the case, quantum, I would say then if a person is hungry, then they're not hungry. They're thirsty. I wouldn't even say, oh no, you're thirsty. I would just say no, because hunger is an actual thing. When a person's hungry, it's a signal that they're missing a nutrient, vitamin, a mineral, something like that. So when the person's hungry, they're actually hungry, but we're considering thirsty. It's not associated with hunger, it's associated with thirst, maybe hydration. But a lot of times the hydration can bypass the hunger or alleviate the hunger, but doesn't fulfill the signal ultimately. Okay, here's some stuff because the body has to process it. So if a person actually is hungry, hunger being an alert signal to say we're missing a vitamin or a mineral, then when they consume some sort of mass, some sort of tangible physical substance, water, anything, right? Any sort of liquid or whatever, then their energy goes towards digestion of that. So it's not focused on the signals anymore. It's going towards, I now have something entering my body. Let me take the energy away from my signals into my digestive functions because it doesn't have enough energy to do both, nor can it process both because it needs to decipher what they just had. So it bypasses and negates, but it doesn't fulfill. They'll still be hungry because they'll still be missing that mineral. But when you find out your mineral that you were missing and your vitamin or whatever, and you get it, you have satiety and you're not hungry nor thirsty. I'm not even hungry nor thirsty, but whenever I drink, it's for the specific type of cognition I need to amplify as I'm giving these answers to you. But I can go 3-4 days sometimes without ever being thirsty. And I can go a year without actually feeling hunger. This is crazy.
And so Ever Bourgeoisie said, it's also the idea of nothing being separated except in our mind.
Well, whether it's an idea or not, in a sense, then we don't have to say it because it's still conceptual because it would be a mind thing. So there'd be no need to even coin a term because it's just that, just a figment of the mind. So that's also self-defeating. It wouldn't even be a thing unless it was conceived as the concept because the thought of a mind is not tangible either, proving that these things are just concepts. Nor does it really change anything or have any sort of effect. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can talk all day, but a lot of people talk and get nowhere. That's why the spiritual community is so poor. Like, monetarily, they have no money because they just talk and they want to sound smart, but they're poor and they're struggling. And this is like it pacifies them. That's what I was looking for earlier with the hunger. Pacifies. As if they're doing something because they actually don't want to take action because they're scared. But if we talk and we sound smart and we just talk about these theoretical concepts all day, it seems as if we did something. There's the dopamine release or like the fulfillment signal when we look at a result of our life and like nothing's actually happened. If anything, something's always happening, but they have less life at the end of it than they came in with. So we have to really watch out for these concepts because it takes our life force to even exist. So before we even go and discuss the scope of them, let's even confirm, is this worthy to even approach? And then you won't lose your energy and you get to save it. So I'm here. I save a lot of energy. I save a lot of energy by not spending money. Playing.
And Visionary Utopia said, are you saying we can just come visit you? Heart eyes.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys are a part of my Discord community and I've, thoroughly scanned you and I know who you are and we've discussed, have had discussions back and forth for some months. Yeah, totally. Ruslan's came out to visit me. Kiara's came out to visit me. And then we have another person here that once they come out, I'll see if they want to go live. And then, yeah.
Yes.
Renee's came out to come visit me. The only people who have been in my Discord who I've like thoroughly vetted can come out to visit me. If you just show up on my doorstep, I am not letting you in. I'm like, mm-mm.
And Ever Bourgeoisie said, I agree, true consciousness is beyond concept.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I didn't say true consciousness is beyond concept. I think consciousness is only the ability of concept, like to be able to conceive. But I'm saying if it just stays a concept with no application and it shows no results, then it's not worthy to be approached. But consciousness is conceptualized by itself, which makes it effective. So if I have a concept, an idea right now, I'm like, it's in my mind, but eventually I'll go and fulfill it and do it. And if I can do it, that shows that the concept was actual. It was an actual thing that could be implemented in reality. But everything starts as a concept. It was conceived. It's how a baby is conceived. So I'm not saying that consciousness is beyond concept. I think that the ultimate form of consciousness is total concept. It can conceive and perceive and comprehend everything, anything. And this is a state that we're going towards as we go down this life, but I don't think it's beyond concept. I think in a sense that's its only real factor. That's what reality is. It was conceptualized and consciousness of mind. Now it's here and we're living in it, you know? Yeah.
And Grigas said, wow, Mikey,
Oh,
that's
good.
going to be my goal. For now, I'm learning to make enough money to get the Discord. LOL. Love the lives.
Um, cool. I'm gonna help you. Who is this?
Grigas?
Grigas. So when you approach it, just to be more effective for you, so you're more successful, don't make money, because if you make money, you're gonna have to like struggle. But instead, what I would suggest is I'm conceptualizing right now. As Sasha's counting money.
Actually, I thought that was interesting while you're talking. I'm like, well,
If you just become valuable yourself, whether it's in your company, like you're irreplaceable because you come up with ideas, because you're open and you're creative and you're efficient, then you won't have to even make money. You'll be the person for the job and everybody will want to hire you or give you a raise or whatever. So don't even think about making money, just become so efficient and creative and uh innovative and effective, and then money will always come to you. That's what I would say.
and Quantum Creator said, I really appreciate that you are avoiding labels. Let your mind expand as far as it feels like, no limits.
Totally. I'm with you. Thank you for that. And also with that, as you're doing it, have your mind expand in what can be solidified and sustained. So if you expand your mind too far out, you become intangible and all your energy spread out, and you can easily be severed from that thought by the energetic ability to sustain it. So instead of like expanding as far as we can think, but like, well, what can we expand in right now to go from here to here? And establish that and spend some time there. Don't be in a rush to get out of it. You don't need to go like way, okay, my mind's here. I need to go, whew. Oh wow, look at this thought I have because I'm so conscious. I'm so conscious. Look at my I'm so higher conscious than everybody else. No. If you just check your surroundings and where you currently are, and from where you are, you just expand from here to here, that's way more sustainable. And you continue the cycle in a sense and do it from here to here, sustainable. Here to here, and then eventually here to here, here to here, you'll make your way there in a sustainable rate that won't cost you all this energy because you weren't trying to like super expand. I need to become so spiritual, my terminology, that I'm like, oh, those people collapse on themselves and they forget the things anyway. That's how you live in forgetfulness, is you're trying to reach beyond your current ability to sustain the amount of energy it takes you to perceive that idea. This is why I never forget my keys or anything else. I don't really forget stuff. And I have an extremely well-rounded memory because I don't ever extend myself beyond my current sustainability. So I don't think too far out there. I'm slowly growing towards it. people usually want to think super far because they actually want to avoid themselves because they're insecure. So, but if they think these concepts, they'll be better, they'll be greater, they'll be more valuable, they'll have a greater validation from reality if they can think of these complex thoughts of all this other stuff, but they end up just talking and they don't have any effects in their body, with their money or their relationships. Like every part of my life is perfect. Every part. My relationships, perfect. My success, wealth, perfect. My body, perfect. I'm not trying to expand into these great concepts. If the power that I have is real, then everything in my life should be perfect. You know? Now my mic, it was clipping on my other lives. We fixed that stuff quick, and now it's perfect. But instead, people want to like expand way out, and then they're like so wiry and like frantic and stuff like that. And you know, those people get those results, and those aren't the results you most likely would consider better. But when you see these results here, I'm stable, I'm emotionally regulated, I'm able to perceive and not be drained from asking questions. You know, you're with a partner, you have kids. Sometimes you're drained, you don't even answer their questions. But when you operate from this type of approach, you're able to have sustained energy for longer durations of time, and you're able to answer everyone's questions, and everyone's satisfied in the end. That's how I satisfy all my women. I'm not a 1 minute man.
Actually, oh, sorry for getting in the camera. I hope that didn't take your focus. I
I'm
didn't
just
notice
chilling, man.
something.
I'm just chilling until you ask the next question.
Okay,
But you know, we're just talking. These are great discussions that
so
are applicable. We're not just discussing nothing. There's application in what we're doing.
heck yeah. So Nick said, why not grains and potatoes and other carbs?
From where? Does Nick have the guide?
It's on YouTube. I'm not sure.
So if you can answer that question, like let me know. Like, do you have the guide? Well, here, since you want to be answering anyway, do you have the guide? If so, how long have you had the guide? And are you in the Discord? I don't even know who's in the Discord. I don't even look. I just answer people's questions. Like, hey, I love you all. I'm here to answer your question.
I love you all.
I definitely know Kiara's
Equally.
in there, Renan's in there,
Ro.
Ro, you know, like there's the staples, but man, there's so many people in there now. I'm kind of like, unless y'all answer, like, there's a lot of discussions in the Discord now. Like, you guys are
I
like
know
pop.
Jess is in there.
Yeah,
And
Jess
then
is beautiful. Jess, I love her energy, man. I just love her so much. And there's a lot, you know, but either way, those things.
Nick said they're from Malaysia.
I, Not a question I asked, but okay, thanks for sharing.
Do you have the guide?
Yeah, I asked, do you have the guide?
question.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the guide?
If not, that's okay.
I'm from
Just let me
Malaysia.
know.
Awesome. Malaysia's
Maybe
cool.
he misheard the
Malaysia is
question.
actually one of my favorite countries. Like if I was to actually like settle and live somewhere, I think Malaysia was one of my like favorite countries, man.
Yeah, me too. It's
I
a fun
loved
country.
Malaysia. Like it had everything there. There was diversity. It was clean. You hear me? It was clean. Do you hear me? It was clean. Clean. It was a very clean country. It was not trashy. Clean country. Clean streets. I loved Malaysia. A lot of wealth. Every neighborhood I went to, my neighbors had Lamborghinis. Every neighborhood, like, you know, whenever we show up, we have these houses and stuff like that. I would look out, my neighbor had the garage, and they're probably flexing. That's probably why they had the garage door open. But like this neighbor has a Lamborghini, this one has like a Porsche 911, this one has this and that. And then I moved to another neighborhood, they have a like, freaking Urus, and I'm like, all right, cool. A lot of wealth there. Malaysia was awesome.
And great people, diverse group of people.
Diverse group of people. Everyone's so nice and friendly. Man, my milk lady was so cool.
Oh yeah.
She is country AF.
And the coconut lady too.
I think she was missing some teeth, but man, she was cool. Yeah, she was awesome, man. She's a cool lady. But they don't eat horse there, and you know, it'd be cool to go to a place that eats horse because on my eating day, I'd love to eat horse again.
Wait, which milk lady? Is Serenbom?
No,
I was like, that's a dude.
Kluang, right? Kluang. What was the other one called?
Kluang had a milk lady with no teeth?
What was that? What it was? Kluang.
Yeah, Kluang.
Yeah. So we drive up the highway, we turn left, and she had her farm there with the goats and the buffaloes, the water
Yes.
buffaloes.
Okay, I remember.
And she'd like
that.
come out. Ah! She didn't really speak English, but man, she had the biggest smile every time. That lady was so cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, Malaysia was awesome.
He said not yet. I'd like to buy your book. Hope to get those guidelines.
So if you're asking about things that aren't in the guide, like I didn't say that potatoes aren't in, I didn't say that. So that's kind of what I'm on. I'm like, I'm sure you don't have the guide because you're asking about why not this, and I'm like, that's not in the guide. So anyway, yeah, once you get it, man, it'll all make sense. Just
Everything
do
is
what it says. So you're trying to get ahead. You try to put the cart before the horse. Just when you get the guide, get the guide. Until then, just live your life, watch the videos, do what I say in the videos because it's like way more important. Cleanse your environment of toxins, all the other stuff. Don't even worry about that because that's not what the guide's talking about, really. I can tell when you guys don't have the guide. I'm like, you don't have the guide, do you? But I want to be nice. I don't want to assume, but so I asked, like, do you have the guide? But I got to say, Malaysia, I like probably the most, but man, Nepal has been amazing. I just keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had the longest streaks of wins here in Nepal. So I got the chills from saying that. Look at that. My nips are hard. I got the chills from I got to just win and win and win and win and win and win. And it's like multiple times a day and multiple, I just keep winning and winning and winning. And I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just like, I'm like waking up like, oh, more wins, more wins, more. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. It's almost like I feel like I'm playing it on like automatic mode. Like just because I exist, I'm winning. And that I've never been to a country like this. And it's not even with the people or anything like this, the energy here, like in me or whatever. Like it's like unlimited wins. Like my followers jumped up like 60,000 followers and over here, and now we're almost on 6,000 on YouTube. And like the live yesterday with Charles is almost at 10,000 views within like 24 hours. It's
Oh,
like,
dang. I didn't know that.
so it's just like, dude, like win, 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 especially with numbers, like win, 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 win. People, Discord community. The Discord community is like from what it was before, like up 150%. Like it's just everything is just more and blessings and easier. And it's just like, man, it's cool. So yeah. So I gotta admit, like I've had the most success here in Nepal for whatever reason, man. Like when I came here, dude, like it was just like life gave me the crown. But I'm also in a new age, and when I turned 37 years old, I got it's not what you guys would consider a trust, but I got trust. So I got when I turned 37, like the trust kicked in and stuff like that. Not from dad. I don't have any parents, so it's not like an actual trust that a family member gave me, or even to do with physical things. But like there's a spiritual thing that was called to like years ago. That when I turned 37, I got that, and like since then, that's been like winning non. It's just like it's insane, man. It's so crazy. All right, next, what we got?
So 3M Pokemon said Malaysia's awesome. It's like that in Dubai too.
Yeah, Malaysia's great, man.
I'm guessing the cars and stuff is what he's talking about in Dubai.
Oh, of course in Dubai. Yeah, of course, bro. I wouldn't be surprised in Dubai. I'd be surprised in Malaysia. I'm like, oh, they all have Lamborghinis. I didn't know Malaysia was like that. Singapore, I could see, but like Malaysia, sure, okay, sure, whatever. Malaysia's like, I mean, they're all awesome, man. And I think I could rate it like this. I think I think Philippines has like the best beaches. Indonesia has the most women in love with me. I'm talking about Indonesian women love me. I wouldn't put the pillow like that, because there's the fruit right there next to it. So when you do that, probably.
Oh, okay. Duh.
So yeah. But in Indonesia, man, the women love Mikey. I still get random Indonesian girls in my DMs all the time, like showing me like their boobies and stuff. Like I'm like, I can pretty much guess. I'm like, where are you from? They're like Indonesian. I'm like, I bet. Whatever, for whatever reason, man. Like in the shortest time, I was with the most girls in Indonesia. I was with like 14 in the Philippines, but I think in Indonesia, I don't know how many I was with, but man, there'd be like almost a different girl every single day, and they're all beautiful. It's like I feel so blessed. In Malaysia, it was just like it just felt like countryside cool because we went to the country in Malaysia and the suburbs, but it just felt like it just felt I just felt good for whatever reason. I don't even know why. I just felt really, really good. Thailand was cool. I felt like I was putting up with a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, all right. It was like a transformation happening. Um, where else?
You were putting up with stuff.
It's kind of how I felt, my energy. I was just kind of like just putting up with it, you know?
Mm.
Especially the traffic there in Bangkok. Traffic in Bangkok, bro. Our house, comparatively to where we were, is probably like an hour outside the city. But because of the way traffic is set up, if you're driving with traffic, it takes 6 hours. We're an hour outside the city, but with traffic, it's 6 hours. And this is like, what is this? Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, Bangkok traffic is crazy. I've never seen traffic that crazy. Cambodia was cool. It was almost like a reset spawn point. Cambodia was pretty cool. It was like all the cars were either Range Rovers or Priuses. I think. Oh wait,
Not
no,
Priuses,
no,
that Highlander.
no, it was a car.
Um,
There was a car, and there was
yeah,
like
I think it might
like
have been
yeah,
Prius.
Range Rovers, like Priuses and Range Rovers. Mongolia was Priuses and G wagons. Like I've never seen so many G wagons in my life. It's like you either have a Prius or you have a G wagon. Like there's no in between. Like there's no other cars. It's not like a Toyota Camry. It's like you're driving a Prius that's like from 2006, or you're driving a Range Rover. Like I'm sorry, not a Mercedes G wagon. And I was like, what? So some of these countries are crazy, but they're all cool. I've had so much fun. I've grown a lot. I've taken the energy from these countries, not from the country. The country has infinite amounts of energy, but I've gotten received energy from these countries that have gone into myself that has like expanded me and grown me into like a higher intelligence and higher effectivity. And then when I turned 37, I guess I collected enough energy from the world to like now that I just think something, it just happens. Anything I want to just think, boom.
Which 3M Pokemon said 6-hour traffic is a true test of patience.
6 hour traffic when you live an hour away. I don't mind 6 hour traffic if it's like, okay, 6 hour traffic. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm 6 hours away, but like my house is right there. And you're in traffic for sometimes you'll be on the road and you won't move for like 30 minutes. Like there was a time I was meeting a girl in Bangkok. I have like shell shock from it, man. I'm like, and I was there, so I left. So I had met her at her place. She had like a coffee shop under her place, and I left, and she wanted to come over that night to spend the night. And so she hit me up like almost like an hour later. She's like, "Hey, I want to come over. Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm still on your road. When you turn out of the like street of her like apartment complex and you go into the main road, I'm like, I'm still here. Like you can literally just walk there. We've been here for an hour." And I was just like, I refuse to go to Bangkok. Like unless you give me a helicopter or something like that, I am not putting up with that. I did not meet up with so many girls because I just refused to drive to. I'm like, I'm not going there, bro. Like you can come out here to me. That's what was cool about M is like M was even further from the city than I was. So whenever we met, she'd come over and we're like, we like, dude, that Bangkok. To this day, I'm like, man, that traffic was like, it hit me too. I felt it. I'm like, F this. I think I went to Bangkok like 3 times and I'm like, no, hire somebody. I'm like, I'll pay them money. I'll pay you $150 to drive down there and do this one thing for me. Like, I'm not going to that city, bro. I'll pay whatever. I don't,
I
you can have the money. I don't want the experience.
I definitely was appreciative of our assistant who was able to find deliveries for us.
Yeah, dude.
That was awesome. What an experience. Yeah, 3M Pokemon said might as well spend the night LOL at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mikey's not much about spending the night at.
I had to have my toothbrush, bro. If I don't have my toothbrush, I have to brush my teeth and I don't want to put plastic in my mouth. So it has to be like an organic, like, I'm really big on brushing my teeth. I'm like huge on brushing my teeth. Like I will not spend the night at a girl's house, no matter how hot she is, if I don't have a toothbrush. Like it could be 3 o'clock in the morning. I will still go home an hour drive, or there shouldn't be any traffic at 3 o'clock in the morning. Not like 6 hours. 'Cause that was like rush hour. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. But like I will, and I have done that multiple times. Like I'll go to a girl's house and I'll be there until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, hey, you want to spend the night? You spend the night with me, and I'm like, I gotta go back to my toothbrush. Like I'll go home because my toothbrush is at home. I don't plan on like you know, spending the night with these girls. I feel like if you have condoms ready and like you have a toothbrush, you were kind of already like preparing. I'm not that person. I'm like, I'm gonna go in with nothing. I'm not expecting anything.
Oh my God,
What are
I
you
never
laughing at?
thought about how weird that could feel for a girl on the other side. If you have, hey, I got my toothbrush, I got my sleeping
Like I don't have my toothbrush. Like I like, and every girl always says that. They're like, do you have a condom? Like I was not planning on doing this. Like, what do you mean? Do I have a condom? I was not coming in with the intentions to do that. That was not my. I was seriously intending just to hang out. Plus, I don't use condoms because they're bad. The guide says don't use condoms. Anyway, besides that,
But also, 3M said DoorDash the toothbrush. LOL. Just kidding. In certain Asian countries, they have a delivery
yeah, yeah,
option.
yeah. In Thailand, they had that too because I met up with a couple of girls in Thailand, and they both door dashed condoms when I didn't have a condom. And I'm like, and it took sometimes the condom like 2 hours to get there. So we're just like, wait.
Sasha Graham got this.
I think Shayna.
I didn't know it took 2 hours.
Sometimes we were just sitting there like, is the condom here? They're like checking, like, no, no. And I'm like, we can just do it without it. I promise you, I'm clean. They're like, what? Especially Chinese girls, man. Chinese girls are huge about condoms for whatever. It's in the Chinese mind for condoms. Like if there's no condom, they freak out, man. Different Asian countries are interesting.
You can start a segment called Mikey's Tales because you're
Didn't tell, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
like story tales.
Yeah, unless the girl's like really worth it, man. No, I'm not even gonna go on that. Whatever. What's next? What we got? I thought it was
Awesome.
gonna be a slow live, but now we're going in. I would love to talk about this. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. It's Saturday, man. Today's my day off, so let's just
Chill.
take your shoes off. Let's just relax. Let's have a bro conversation.
3M said that's funny. That's true.
Yeah.
And then Nick said,
Specifically the condoms. Man, you can get like milk, chocolate milk, or a hamburger in like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, but that condom took like nearly 2 hours.
well, if you were in India, that Blanket app will come in like 2 minutes. So
At 2 o'clock in the morning?
yeah, they came. We ordered something at 2 o'clock in the morning one time.
It took like 40 minutes. I remember that order.
40 minutes? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember what we ordered.
Okay.
Cool.
Then
Anyway.
if you remember it, all good. And then 3M Pokemon said, never know what you might unpack. Let's dive in.
All right, ask the questions. If you guys don't ask questions, I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
I'm only here because like, I know I'm offensive, so like I don't even say anything unless you guys ask. So y'all ask, not me. This is not me saying like, oh, you got it. Like this guy thinks that you like. No, you guys asked me. I am not held responsible for your prompts. Okay, you prompted it. I'm not saying I'm this. You asked.
So Nick said, however, Malaysia experiences hot weather throughout the year. It's like making it difficult to achieve a harmonic state.
No, it's not.
But
What are you trying to make up excuses for, bro? You were like pulling them out of your
I
ass.
also understand Nick doesn't have the
That is,
guide.
I
So.
know he's just making up. You're already defeating yourself, dude. I thrived in Malaysia. I
Yeah.
just said Malaysia is one of my favorite countries. Guess who lives the guide? This guy. It was so easy to live the guide in Malaysia.
Yeah, you had 3
Why are
people
you
living the guide.
TCHing and complaining no, it's not. Malaysia was one of the easiest countries to live the guide in.
Actually, that's true.
One of the hardest countries was Korea. Korea was hard to live the guide in. Japan was a little bit hard, but Korea was the hardest country. Malaysia was easy. So easy, bro. So easy. Like you just making up stuff now, bro. Stop. Stop that. Stop defeating yourself.
That's true because the farmers were so willing and like everybody was
Fresh
so
food, fresh
kind.
crops.
They were willing to deliver. Yeah, everything was fresh.
Everything, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy. Like, why are you even saying that, bro? Especially if you don't have it. How would you know if you don't even have it, dude?
So yes, do I need to go to bed early and wake up early in the morning to achieve a harmonious energy state?
Is this Nick?
Yes.
Nah, bro. I just said the other day, like yesterday, I go to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not about whatever you're taking from the success world or the fitness world or the discipline. Or wake up early and grind. Like it's not that. Like go to sleep when you're sleepy, and don't stay up if you're sleepy, and sleep however long you need to sleep. If you're still sleepy, don't wake up. Like go back to bed. I go to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm here and I'm successful and I'm healthy. You know, I don't eat for but once a year. Like it's not about rules or regiments or you have to do this. It's about being so aware that you're always in it because you're just listening to yourself pretty much. Like you're always hearing what you're saying and like you know what these signs mean. All right.
Visionary Utopia asked, why was Korea hard?
There was no sun, they were spraying the skies. You can't get raw milk. It's all like pasteurized stuff. All the fruits were like like some of the prices for some of the stuff was like, oh, they have like a lot of chemicals in everything in the cleaning and the houses, but the material the houses are made of. It's like not as natural. Finding a place out in the countryside away from roads. But mainly the spraying planes in the sky and stuff like that. That was one of the main things. It was cold when it shouldn't have been because like there was no sun. So the opposite, you actually want sun. You want it to be hot.
So do you think the heated floors had like EMF stuff? too?
No, it was a propane gas.
Oh, okay. That's cool. And 3M Pokemon said W memory. And
Yeah,
then
I've had a lot
also
of good memories, man. Like a lot of my memories are tied to women because I love women, dude. I've never had a lover or a girlfriend, whoever you want to say, not say that I didn't love them. Like at least the one thing that come up from all my relationships is like the women know I love them.
that's true.
Like you can do some dumb stuff and I can get mad at you, but I still love you. Like I love women. I so much, so much. I have so like a lot of W memories.
And Nihal asked, how was India regarding following the guide?
Following the guide again. Following the guide, pretty much everything is easy. Um, it's not hard to follow the guide. I think the wording needs to be swapped and changed. It's not hard to follow the guide in any of these places. It's just you're not in position to do everything from the guide. So you're still following the guide. So I'm not like not following the guide because whatever Korea is doing. It's just like there's some things that won't be as available. So I just don't do those things. Like sun exposure. Like no matter what, if they block the sun with a plane and the thing they spray outside of it, and there's no sun when it's summer, and there should be plenty of sun, I, I can't get sun. So like, so it's just that some things aren't available. But India, the availability and what the guide had, hey Sashi, is super easy. They just had a lot of pollution. It was just a lot of pollution. A lot of pollution in India. There's a lot of pollution. Just pollution. And that was I got all the fruit I wanted. I got all the even sun. Even like with the sun, there was a lot of sun. And they were like, I don't know if I ever saw a cloud in India. I don't know if I ever remember actually seeing a cloud
I,
where I was. Do you remember seeing any clouds?
I think I remember seeing just a tiny little doot in
Yeah, I
the
don't think
sky.
where I specifically was. There was never. So I had plenty of sun in India, especially for that time of year. I guess it was like dry season or whatever. But like there were no clouds, like not even one, which is kind of like thinking about. I'm like I've never saw a cloud here in Nepal. I'm seeing these big, majestic, huge clouds. I think Nepal has all the clouds from India. All the clouds are here in Nepal.
But the
But
sky was like gray.
yeah, sky was gray, silver, all the pollution, the smoke, the people burning stuff, the cars. But man, I got even more beautiful in India. When you look at my picture from India, my face is so full and beautiful. Here, my face is a little stressed out. It's like I don't look as beautiful as I did specifically in India. Like when I was in India, my face was so plump and like like full.
Mm.
And I was even coming into Nepal with that glow. Now because like I'm high in elevation, it's like a lot of mental energy. Like my face looks a little sunken in and stuff like that. Like my cheeks and everything else, my skin is like my face is like a little a little spent compared to the India. But the funny thing is, I weigh more here than I do in India. So even though my cheeks are sunken in, I weigh like over 10 pounds more. I weigh more here in Nepal,
Mm.
but my cheeks are sunken in. And also, I can see these like depressions in my face. I think it's all the mental, psychic energy I've been engaging in. But India just has a lot of pollution. I got raw milk. I got fruits. I got pretty clean stuff. There's a lot of organic stuff. They're pretty organic and health conscious over there, but there is a lot of pollution in the air, mainly from people burning stuff, I think, and maybe even like brick factories or something like that.
Mhm.
Because there's just so much pollution, like you can't even see into the ocean. Like here, the visibility, I can see like 20 miles before there's a mountain, and I can see all the way across. In India, you can even see like a mile. Like you go to the beach, you have a mile of visibility. You go to the outside in the field, about a mile of it. Like it's just like there's a wall of haze there, and it's just like it is concerning. Like, how do y'all live in this, dude? So anyway, yeah, that was India.
And then also, Danny said, start packing a spare toothbrush, mate. And then
That's what I'm
Connie,
saying. Like I don't want to go with the intentions of, hey, I'm gonna boink you and stay at your. I don't even like because that energy just like it's. I'm just not that person to have like I secure my energy from beginning to start, and I make sure I'm pure in every intention and every motive, and there's not some sort of backdoor slide sneaky thing that I can say, because that's not the energy I want to be in. I don't want to like, oops, I guess I'm spending the night tonight when it was secretly in my heart. I don't do that stuff. I am always transparent with myself, and it keeps me in good energy. Like I could just put a toothbrush and say, I know I'm gonna boink this girl. I know I'm gonna spend the night at her house, and here's my toothbrush. But when I go in with the purity of saying like, no, I'm literally going here just to have fun with this person. I don't care if we do it or not. I'm not here to try to spend the night. I'm kind of just chilling. My life is so much more pure and fresh and successful. I have no hidden motives or agendas, and it preserves me. Because the girl, I most likely will forget her. Like unless she's going to be some sort of like super girl in my life, I'll probably forget her. But
I don't think you forget anyone.
I don't know any of their names.
Oh, that kind of
You know
way.
the girl who's in Kuala Lumpur? The skinny girl? Oh, me either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. She was one of them. She was one of the many.
With her, so I don't know.
Do you know M's real name?
No, I thought her name was M. Like
It's
Emily or like M.
it's Emily something. Like it's blah, 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 blah. You know N's name? You know her
Nah,
last name?
nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, she is Vietnamese. Huh?
Yeah, I don't.
Nah.
I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean.
You know the girl who came after Frisco?
Man, she introduced her name. Hold on.
I don't.
The workout girl.
No, that was like way later.
Oh,
Do you remember her name?
I'm trying to remember the
I don't
workout
know
girl.
any of their names, bro. So
Oh,
like, I'll like they're all beautiful. They're all amazing. They're all so awesome. But like their names, like of course I'll forget. And most likely some of them I've forgotten. I don't remember them. Like if she came to me, I'm like, oh yeah, we did do it. But I will never forget when I lied to myself or had hidden motives or hidden agendas, or I'll never forget that stuff. I will forget their name before I ever forget any deception in my own heart. So I don't even try to go with like, I have the stuff, so let me just. If I say I'm here to purely hang out with you and that's it, that's what I'm here to do. And that's it. And then because of that, it really establishes my life. It makes me more rich. It makes me more successful. It makes me more honorable. And, I'd rather just go home at 2 o'clock in the morning for a toothbrush because of honesty versus staying there and getting an extra boinking in. But I know I deceived myself in my heart. I'm not deceiving her. I'm deceiving myself. So,
I love that. It's clear and pure intentions.
yeah, but also my entire success in my life is hinging on me being
Yep.
honest.
Yeah.
Not from the world. I could lie if I wanted to. It's not what it does out here. It's what it does in here. If I lie, what it does here, I start living in a delusion. It's a false reality. I'm starting to build things that's hollow, or a house of cards. It'll topple. But now my life is established. Like there's nothing I can do to destroy my success because everything I did was in transparency and honesty with myself, and I know that I didn't lie. So whenever someone's like, "You said this," I'm like, "No, I didn't," because I don't lie to myself. If that doesn't sound like something I would say, I know I didn't say it because I never say something I wouldn't say. If I wouldn't say it, I don't say it. Even if it's wrong or right, or it doesn't matter, because I only tell myself what I actually believe, I know what wouldn't be me. And I can live with that establishment and that clarity. It makes life so much easier.
What Visionary Utopia said, integrity and authenticity is everything.
100%, yeah.
And
And just
then
to be real, like I'm just going to be integral right now. I'm not being in integrity for other people. I'm being integrity for what it's going to do to myself. So that's all selfish. If I ever lie, it would destroy my own success, my own wealth, my own health, and everything else. I don't even lie because it's bad to lie to people. I don't lie because I would lose everything. I would lose my health. I'd get sick. I'd lose, wealth. I'd lose favor. I'd lose opportunity. It's just like I don't see it as worth it. So I just live the life of integrity. It's easier. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier, dude. That's why I have multiple women, but they don't know about each other because I don't lie. In the beginning, if I'm like dating, if I'm going on a date with a girl, like I may never see her again. I won't tell her all my life. Like, okay, if we're gonna see bang and go, whatever. But if a girl wants to come into my life, I'm like, yeah, well, hey, I have like multiple other lovers. And there's girls who I go on dates with, and when they ask me like, hey, do you have anybody else? Like, am I the only girl? I'm like, oh yeah, I have multiple girls. I have a girl in every country, multiple girls in multiple countries. But and that might ruin my chance a lot of times. Like if I want to like maybe go forward with our relationship, it's like revealing something that soon. But if they ask me, I'm like, yeah, I'm transparently, I do. I'm not going to say I don't. I'm like, yeah, trust me, you're not the first girl I banged today. But anyway, next.
And then Nick said there is so much pollution out there, even though there are many organic things. It drives me crazy to see it. Can
Nick,
we
you focus on bad stuff way too much, bro. Like I'm not saying what you're saying is bad, but I'm noticing there's the pollution. It's hard to live the guide because of this. Like, why not? Like, it's always this. It's always more so like shaded like that. I think your mind automatic. This is to help you. I think your mind automatically goes more towards pessimism and like the negative in a sense. So just start looking on the bright side of life. Like man, I'm glad that I do have access to organic stuff. Like, yeah, it's polluted here, but I'm glad. I'm thankful I have more organic stuff available to me that some countries don't have, or maybe my city's getting better. Just like start focusing on the bright side. I think it's going to help you a lot. But go ahead and finish what they're saying.
can we still achieve harmony state under these conditions?
Just get the guide. Just get the guide, read it. And you're going to see what because you're trying to you're grasping in the wrong direction. Like, can we just when you get the guide, just to save up? It might take a month or 2 or 3 or 4. But just when you get the guide, just do it or just listen to my stuff. Like, yeah, dude. Like even in India, I was in a heightened state. Like, and it was hella polluted there. I still was in the harmonic. It's not even the heightened state because there's a spectrum. There's 100% pure ultra super saiyan omega gear 5 super centron ultimate state of higher state. But then there's also the threshold that gets you from like unaware to aware, unconscious to conscious. So you might not be here, but you're still can be in the realm of it or inside the ring of the heightened state. You might not be here, but you're still there. And even if you're here, but then you go somewhere polluted, it doesn't mean that you're just out of it. It just means that you might like shift down. It's something that you grow into and you embrace.
So 3M Pokemon said, been told I could have 4 wives since the age of 10.
Are you Muslim? 4 wives? That's not enough. 4, bro? Are you okay? Just 4? Only 4 women love you? You need to be so lovable that like women want to love you no matter what condition you are.
And then Monty said, only eat fruit diet, work, or no?
Why would you want to limit yourself? That all these people are trying to limit only fruit. Like why are they trying? Like it's always like the only. Why not everything? I'm the only man who's going after everything. They're like, okay, only meat, only fruits, only air, breatharian, only this, only that. It's like, why are these people limiting themselves? Only this. Like, why not everything? You can live, but I get more power-ups because I consume everything all the time. Only fruit, only this. Dude, why not just variety? I don't even have only one girl. Like I have multiple, like everything. I have 9 levels at this place here that I'm at, like 9 levels to the house. Like there's 2 outside here, and there's 7 more that the house is comprised of. There's 3 levels on the roof. There's the main deck, you have a back side corner, then you have the highest point in the house. It's almost like a ship, like a cruise ship. It's like I'm living in a cruise ship, kind of.
Do you think the only concept is like a lack mindset?
I think only is for people who are poor. Like they're poor, so they're like trying to like be as economically resourceful as possible. So if they only do this one thing, they might save some money.
Hmm.
That's me. To me, it's poor. Like, why not just get the money and be able to do everything? That's how I think. If I don't have the money, just get the money, find the money, whatever you got to do, and then have a greater variety. You already know I grew up extremely poor, so like it's not like I can't talk about this. I grew up poor, so I
Hmm.
see when people like only this, they're in poverty and they're trying to like limit their life. And of course, it's not just financially because some people are vegan because of like this stuff, but like they don't see the full scope of it. And they want like a saving grace. They want a savior. They want one thing. They're lazy. They don't want to do everything. They want to, okay, if I just eat fruit, it's easy to think, or just meat. They don't want to think like, well, I got meats and this and this and this and this and this and this and this. They don't want to put out the mental cognition for it. So they're not mentally adept to be able to embrace multiple factors of reality. That's what I do. That's what I do. I embrace the multifacetedness of reality and what it actually is.
Nor Air said, yes, only fruit if you're no good, and leafy fruit.
And what, Leaf?
And leafy fruit?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would be stupid to eat fruit. So definitely not just fruit. I agree with you. Yeah.
And
Not just fruit. That's dumb. It's so stupid.
Gabriel said, what are you drinking?
This specific one here was apple juice.
And then Nick said, you mean not consume processed food and man-made food? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Stay away from anything man-made.
Nora said, durian fruit is king.
Durian fruits, it's okay. It's all right. And the wide variety, snake fruit's cool, you know.
I tell you what, Asia knows how to brand a fruit.
Yeah, it's just a fruit. It's just a fruit. Like how much bark have you eaten today? How many rocks have you eaten? Like you guys want to like worship fruit. You want to like on fruit, you know. You want to do this, you want to eat everything. All right, a couple more and I'll go outside. It's so beautiful outside.
Okay.
Actually, you want to finish it off outside? Maybe we can bring the whole setup up
Okay.
and just do it outside.
Upstairs or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We take the elevator. Does the Wi-Fi work in the elevator? I have an elevator in the house.
Well, it'll connect back if it doesn't work in the elevator.
Okay, cool. We're gonna try this. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom before we go upstairs.
Okay. You got it.
You got it. You got it.
We do a little transition here.
Hey, Lele, you want to help real quick? I appreciate that so much.
The cicadas are going.
Yeah, that's why I want to go outside.
Okay.
I want to bathe in the cicadas.
All right.
All right, so Sasha can carry the laptop because it's Sasha's laptop.
Look.
Lay, if you want to, you can carry the table. It's super, super light. And I'll carry the phone and the charger.
Okay.
Cool.
Visionary Utopia said upstairs and elevator adventures. Let's go.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to the elevator, bro, because the Wi-Fi might cut out.
Okay.
But I can at least show y'all. You gonna roll it there, Sash?
Yeah, I was gonna take this whole thing into the elevator.
Okay. Enjoy.
Here's Sasha. You see her?
Look.
Sasha's a Taurus, so she's stubborn.
I'm not stubborn. What you mean?
Probably need to turn this way.
Oh yeah.
There's the nature outside. There's Sasha with the elevator. How do I do this? There we go.
No, upstairs in a couple minutes.
Okay.
I'm not going to go on the elevator. I was going to put this on the elevator. That's real. Let's try it. Let's go on the elevator together.
There's enough space.
You guys ever been in a house elevator before?
House elevator.
I'm telling you, nothing's real when you like money. Like you understand nothing's real. Like you can have an elevator in your house. No, apartment building, the house. Hey, Lay, what's up? Lay took the stairs. You got it, babe. All right, here we're gonna go. All right. This is my.
And switch back to 5 just in case.
Dude, isn't this beautiful? All right, let me know if we get back on. I'm here.
This Wi-Fi works, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And we're back.
On the same one?
Yes. On the same one. Because I didn't end the stream over there. It was glitching over here, so I made a new one.
Big and
Yes. I think we're back. I'm checking here. Arita said, "What's up?"
Yo, what up, bro?
Dang, those clouds.
No.
So fluffy.
Let me know if we show back up over there. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, type cloud. If you guys can hear me, type cloud. C-L-O-U-D. Cloud. But until then, I'm going to look at this amazing site.